Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Rad Roots Yoga. My name is Brittany and I will be your facilitator for your practice today. Our practice today is going to be a very short and slow, kind of good morning sequence. We're going to start first posture in child's pose. Toes together, knees together. We're going to sink the hips back until the hips meet the heels. Reaching long through the fingertips, eventually letting our head rest on our mat. Taking a few intentional breaths here on our own. Maybe you find a gentle sway with the forehead, back and forth. On your next inhale, we're going to press up onto all fours, wrists beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. And on your inhale, we're going to drop the belly, lifting the gaze and the tailbone, opening up the heart. And exhale, curling the tailbone, curling the chin. Pressing the heart into the space in the back body. And inhale, tailbone and gaze lift. Exhale, curling in. Last time, inhale, dropping the belly, opening the heart. Exhale, tucking the chin into the chest, curling the tailbone. And then we're going to find a neutral spine. We're going to take the right arm and twist it under our bodies until our right ear touches the mat. Stretching out the right side of the neck and the shoulder. Inhale it back to center, and this time we'll take the left hand under until the left ear meets the mat, stretching out the left side of the neck, the left shoulder. Inhale back to center. From here, we're going to curl onto the toes, pressing the hips up and back into our first downward facing dog. Maybe pedal out the feet. Maybe find a gentle sway of the hips back and forth. Whatever feels nice. On your next inhale, we're going to slowly walk our feet to the top of our mat, 1 foot at a time, stretching out the back body. The hamstrings, the glutes, the calves, the Achilles. Next place we meet is in our forward fold at the top of the mat, Uttanasana. We're going to clasp onto opposite elbows here, find a gentle sway back and forth, maybe a gentle bounce. We're going to inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, curling in and rolling up the back body. 1 vertebra at a time, neck and head are last to lift. Palms and gaze meet. We're reaching up and out of the waist. And on your exhale, we're going to dive the heart forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Reaching long through the crown of the head. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to plant the hands, step the feet back, plank pose. We're going to find a few gentle circles on the wrist here in one direction. We'll find the reverse. Circle circles in the other direction. We're going to exhale halfway lower, pulling the elbows into the rib cage, chaturanga. Inhale, we're pulling the heart up and through, pulling the shoulder blades together on the back body, flexing through the glutes to protect the low back. And on the exhale, we're sending the hips up and back, downward facing. And here we will start our sequence. When you are ready, on your inhale, right toes lift. Exhale, upper body shifts forward. We're bringing the right knee to the right elbow, and then we're planting that right foot outside of the right hand. From here, we're gently lowering the left knee to the mat. Maybe we lower to our elbows in our lizard lunge. Maybe you find your twisted lunge opening up towards the right fingertips up towards the sky. Maybe you go even further and bend up at the left knee, grabbing the left toes with the right hand. And we're going to unravel back to center, plant the hands. We're going to step the right foot back to meet the left, finding our plank pose. We're going to hold, warming up the midsection and the back. On your next inhale, we're sending the hips up, and we're going to walk the feet to the top of the mat, one at a time. Meeting in our Uttanasana. We're going to inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, slowly rolling up the back body. Neck and head are last to lift, palms and knees meet. From here, we're bringing the right hand down. It's circling around as the right knee bends up. We're going to grab on to the inside of the right ankle with the right hand. And we're going to lean forward, finding our dancer's pose. On your next inhale, we're slowly transitioning. We're gonna drop the release of the right ankle as we slowly bring the knee forward and cross it over the left. Maybe you find the double bind, eagle legs. Our back is straight. We're reaching tall through the crown of the head. Hips, knees, and toes are all squared to the top of our mats. Maybe you sit a little bit deeper. We're going to inhale to unravel the legs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. From here, we're going to walk the feet out towards the edges of our mat. And we're going to sink the hips down, finding our Malasana yogi squat. Hands are at heart center. On your next inhale, right hand is going to find the ground outside of the right foot. Left hand is twisting open and up towards the ceiling. Maybe you find the bind around the right knee. Maybe not. Either way is just fine. If you have the bind, we're releasing. Inhaling back to center. This time the left hand is going to find the floor, opening up towards the right fingertips up towards the sky. Maybe you exhale into the bind around the left knee. And we're going to inhale back to center. From here, we're going to plant the hands to the mat, and we're going to hop back, landing in our chaturanga. So when you land, your arms are bent and tucked into the rib cage. Here we go. Hands are planted. Hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, heart pulls up and through. Upward facing. Exhale, roll over the toes, send the hips up and back. Downward facing. Let's have one full cycle of breath here together, in through the nose. And exhale, letting it go through the mouth. On your next inhale, we're going to step the feet one at a time. Stretching our hamstrings as we go. Meeting at our forward fold at the top of the mat. We're going to inhale to halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, curling in and rolling up the back, body, neck, and head are last to lift. Palms and gaze meet. Exhale, dive the heart forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to plant the hands. We're going to step the feet back. Plank pose. Exhale, halfway lower chaturanga. Inhale, heart pulls up and through. Upward facing. Exhale, roll over the toes, send the hips up and back. Downward facing. Now we will start that sequence on the left side. When you are ready, on your inhale, left toes lift. Exhale, upper body shifts forward, left knee to left elbow, and we're planting that left foot on the outside of the left hand. We're going to slowly lower the right knee to the mat and untuck the toes. Maybe we lower down to our forearms, finding our lizard. On your next inhale, maybe you rotate open, left fingertips up towards the sky. You want to find a deeper stretch, maybe you bend into the right knee, grabbing the right toes with the left hand. If you have the clasp of the foot, we're releasing the foot back down, planting both the hands to the mat, pressing up. Left toes meet the right at the back of the mat, plank pose. From here, we're going to send the hips up and back. And we're going to walk the feet to the top of the mat, one at a time. We'll meet in our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Slowly and articulately rolling up the back body. Palms and gaze meet. Reaching up and out of the waist. From here, our left hand is going to circle down. And as it does, we're bending at the left knee. Left hand is grabbing the inner left ankle, and upper body is going to lever forward. in our dancer pose. From here, we're going to make the transition as smooth as possible into our eagle legs. We're releasing the grip of the left ankle. We're bringing it up and over the right leg. Maybe find the double clasp. Our back is straight, reaching tall through the crown of the head. Head, knees, and toes are all squared to the top of our mat. Maybe you sit a little bit deeper. We're going to inhale to unravel the legs. Exhale, dive the heart forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to walk the feet out, wide towards the edges of our mats. And we're going to sink our hips down. Hands to heart center in our Malasana. Maybe you find a gentle sway back and forth, opening up the hips. On your next inhale, we'll go to the left first. Left hand finds the ground. Right fingertips are up towards the sky. Maybe you find the bind around the left knee. And release. Back to center. Right hand towards the ground, left fingertips up. Maybe you find the bind. And we're releasing back to center. From here, we're going to plant the hands to the mat. And we're going to hop back into our chaturanga. Make sure to land with your arms bent to protect the joints. When you're ready, we're hopping back. Chaturanga. Inhale, heart pulls up and through, upward facing. Exhale, roll over the toes and the hips up and back. Downward facing. We'll have one full cycle of breath here together, in through the nose. And exhale, letting it go through the mouth. On your next inhale, we're gently lowering the knees to the mat. We're going to cross over the ankles. We're going to send our legs out long in front of us. Palms meet overhead, reaching up and out of the waist to create space. And then we're extending forward into our seated forward fold. Eventually letting the head hang as well. Stretching the muscles around the occiput, the base of the neck. A few cycles of breath here on our own, letting our bodies know that we are nearing the end of our practice. On your next inhale, we're reaching long past the toes, and then slowly and controlled, we're lowering all the way to our backs. Once we're here, we're going to draw the right knee into the chest. Arms can be out to a T or cactus, whatever your preference. It is important to keep both shoulders planted to the mat. And we're finding a supine twist, twisting the right knee off to the left side. Inhale, back to center. Extend the right toes long. Bend the left knee into the chest. Maybe you give it a little squeeze. We're dropping the left knee off to the right side. Supine twist to the other way, the other direction. And then inhale, back to center. We're gonna extend both bottoms of the feet up towards the sky, and using the strength of our abs, we're gonna lift the hips from the floor up and over. Maybe your toes find the ground. If not, it's perfectly fine. And inhale, slowly lower. Draw the knees into the chest. We're gonna extend the legs out long, one at a time. Arms are down by our sides, palms facing up. Heels together, big toes out, shoulder blades together on the backside body. We're closing our eyes down. Relaxing the muscles in the face and the jaw. Taking note of how much different we may feel after waking our bodies up. We're going to take one last full cycle of breath here together. And on the exhale, you are letting go of all of the things that no longer serve you, making room for bigger and better. Inhale through the nose, the biggest inhale you've taken all day. And exhale, pushing all of the air out. Even when you think it's all gone, squeeze out just a little more. And then, as your body finds its natural rhythm of breathing, you will drop in. We're going to start to come out by gently wiggling our fingers and our toes. Keeping the eyes down, we're going to draw the knees into the chest one at a time. We're going to gently lay over to our sides. Kind of fold up in a fetal position. Using the hands, we're slowly going to press up into a seated position on our sits bones. My eyes are still down. Feel free to open yours if you'd like. Maybe your hands find your knees. Maybe they find heart center. Maybe they find the third eye, the space between the brows. I want to thank you so much for choosing to spend time here today. The light in me honors, acknowledges, and respects the light in each of you. Until next time, namaste.